So good evening, everyone. So my name is Sulabh. I have almost 14 years experience in cybersecurity mobile. So
Okay. Is there something specific you would like to ask or say to everyone?
so 1 minute. The mobile no. Last में तो okay. There was some disturbance. So total, I have almost 14 years experience in cybersecurity. I started my career with as a security analyst, and I worked 2000 till 2019 to multiple companies. I was involved in designing the SOC security operations center for many companies. If you talk about my certification, I have so many certifications as a evidence of my experience, and till now I have helped more than 50,000 people to start their career or to transition their career in this cybersecurity field. It's been 8 years since I'm delivering this training for cybersecurity. Guys, the role of this training is mute your camera and mute your mic. Okay. If anybody unmuting, I mean, if you have any question in between, I will take a pause, then you can ask the question. As well as at the end of the session, I'll give you the chance to ask the question. There will be Q&A session. But we have not muted your mic so that you can ask the question, right? I mean, instead of following the traditional method of muting everybody and asking the question in chat, allowing the question in chat, we have given freedom to you so that you can ask the question interactively using your mic. But ensure that during the session there should not be any disturbance. Otherwise, you'll be removed from the meeting. So as I said, I have almost I'm delivering this training for last 8 years. I have helped more than 50,000 people to start or to transition their career in cybersecurity. When I started almost 2015-16, when I started delivering the training for Security Operations Center, there were very rare institutions are there in India. Since then, I am delivering this training. Hence, we have these many numbers. If you see almost every company, especially in India, if you go, you will find the people in every project who have been trained by me, either analyst level or manager level, everywhere you will see. Because that time when I started delivering this training, that time the scope was not that great how it is right now. Now you will see there are so many institutions are there, but we are the one who started long back in the cybersecurity field. So today's session, we plan especially for the career orientation so that you would be clear if you want to start your career in cybersecurity, you would be clear how to start, how you can get into your career into cybersecurity. Or if you're working on some different field, you will have full clarity what is cybersecurity, what are the different field into the cybersecurity, and how you can start or transition your career into the cybersecurity field. What are the different tools and technology you should learn? What are the certification you should do so that you can start transition as well as you can grow fast in the cybersecurity career. Okay, that's the reason I have designed this session for 1.5 hour to 2 hours. So this session, I'll be sharing sometime a screen as well as my board. So let me share the agenda of this session. Now you can join mobile. So what is career in cybersecurity? What is cybersecurity, career in cybersecurity? What are the different domains that we have in cybersecurity? And one of the domain which is SOC, most demanding domain in the cybersecurity, which we call a security operations center, that we are going to talk about. What are the security operations center and what are the different type of SOC? Also, we are going to talk about different tools that are being used in SOC, in next generation SOC, especially not on traditional SOC. In next generation SOC, what are different tools are being used that we are going to talk about. A video is visible?
Yes.
My video,
Yes, yes.
my video is also audible, screen and video both, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to talk about next generation SOC tools. Then we'll talk about how to transition your career into cybersecurity, especially in SOC. What are security analyst trend for salary, right? If you start a fresh, how much you are going to get, or an experience once you become 2 year, 3 year, or 5 year experience, how you are going to grow, right? Is there any standard for salary growth, as well as some alumni success stories that we will talk about. I will discuss with some expert that we have, and you will have some information about some expert what exactly we do here. Apart from that, I'm going to we are going to have the overview about the different tools that we use on next generation SOC. We will have some practical overview. We'll log in on the tools and see how SOC analysts exactly work on those tools. So we'll have a overview and some practical experience on those tools. Okay. So you can see cybersecurity is the practice. Let me come on the board. I believe in most of the time, this is the first time I created this what we call as slide, but visually we have the training on the board, which gives the better experience compared to the slides.
Sir, PPT will be shared.
So what is cybersecurity? If you are new in cybersecurity or you have not started your career in cybersecurity, so let's have some background. What is cybersecurity? So cybersecurity is nothing but a practice to ensure the security of your data, your network, right? Information, to ensure that only authorized people should have access to. Understand? It's a practice to ensure that only authorized people should be able to access the data such as servers, your informations, your mobile devices, right? Should be secure. Understand? Especially when they are connected to the internet. Cyber words comes from the internet. Okay, so when any device connect to the internet, right? That means internet is the public network, right? So say it's a practice to ensure that these devices which are being connected to the internet should be secure. In the cyber security, we follow the CIA triad. Being a cyber security analyst or cyber security team, you have to ensure to follow the CIA triad. CIA triad means, what is CIA triad? If you are in cyber security or cyber security teams, CIA triad you have to follow. C means
Confidentiality.
Confidentially.
anybody?
Integrity and availability.
Confidentiality.
Integrity and availability.
You can speak up, no problem. You can turn on your mic and you can answer.
Integrity and availability.
Anyone? Anyone knows about CIA?
Accountability.
Confidentiality, integrity, and
Integrity and
availability.
No one. This is very common.
Confidential, integrity, and accountability.
CIA means confidentiality. C means
Confidentiality, integrity,
I
Integrity
means
and availability.
integrity, and A means
availability.
Availability.
CIA means confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are this is called a CIA triad. So cyber security team or being a cyber security analyst, you have to follow CIA. Confidentiality means the data which is confidential, right, should have access only by the unauthorized people. Means unauthorized people should not be able to access the confidential data. means the data should remain confidential. Understand? So we have to regulate the access of the data. Understand? So data or devices of the network should be only accessed by the authorized people. Understand? This is being ensured by a cybersecurity team. So being a cybersecurity team, you have to ensure. So for that, what do? We classified the data, classified the information, classified the access. Means what person or what team should have what level of access, what resources access you should have, right? That has to be defined. So security ensures that only authorized people should have access to the specific data or specific information that we call as confidentiality. Means the data should be confidential. Understand? Everybody got it? Right? So that is called as C. Means data should remain confidential and should be accessed by the authorized people only. Right? Sometime being a security analyst, you'll get the alert brute force attempt detected, high number of Windows login failure. Maybe some unauthorized people is trying to access, right? Sometimes your account will get disabled. You are logging to the internet access, internet banking, and your account will get disabled because unauthorized access has been detected. Because you are the authorized, that means somebody else is trying, right? Hence, bank has disabled your account. They sense that maybe this time you are trying, but they will have the policy. For example, if there are 5 login failure, 3 login failure happen, maybe somebody is trying to brute force your credential, right? So they have to ensure that the data, the information, the access should remain confidential. Only authorized people should be able to access. This is the responsibility of cyber security team, that is called as confidentiality. Second is integrity. Integrity means the data should remain intact. The data should not be manipulated. Data which have been stored in what form should remain on the same form, should restore the same form, should not be disturbed, should not be manipulated. Understand? Everybody got it? That is called as integrity. Right? It should not happen that machine has been compromised. It will happen, right? Machine has been compromised and attacker will manipulate, modify the information. Now you get something else. You store something else. Now it be presented something else, right? Sometimes attacker will hack some website and they will present some their content or website has been hacked or some different information which is which should not be presented, right? So this is called as integrity. Means what form the data has been stored, it should be always on its original form. That means it should be intact. It should not be changed. It should not be modified, right? So that's the responsibility of whose responsibility? Cyber security. That means data should remain intact, should not be altered. Okay. Called as integrity. Availability. Availability means your data, your resources, your applications should be available for the authorized people. For example, your application, your let's say Flipkart. Guys, mute your camera, please. Flipkart is an application, right? They will have cybersecurity, which ensures that because there will be many attack is coming, right? Many attacker which are trying to stop the application. So that application should not be available for legitimate users, legitimate people. If Flipkart is not available, their competitor can take that advantage, right? Traffic or user will switch to other website. Understand? So that's also a responsibility of security team that your application, your data should be always, information should be always available to the authorized people. Understand? Confidentiality means data should be confidential, should be accessed by authorized people. Integrity, so data should be intact, should not be manipulated, should be always on its original form. Integrity, availability means your application, your information, your data, your network should be always available for authorized people, right? So this is the practice which is being followed by cyber security. So cyber security is nothing but the following the CIA: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Understood? Anybody has any question?
No, sir.
PPT will be shared.
Okay.
No, Sulabh.
So practice of protecting system, network, and data from digital attacks, right? That's the cybersecurity, ensuring confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the information. Critical for business, governments, and individuals, right? So this is very critical. Either government or businesses, right? They're having various assets, their information, their applications are hosted on the servers. It's very critical for them to ensure the safety of their network and assets. Why cybersecurity matters? Why cybersecurity matters? Rise in cyber attacks and data breaches. You understand, right? Regularly we are, hearing the news that this company has been compromised, right? This Facebook is down. The big hospital data has been compromised, right? A lot of data breaches and attack we are hearing on a daily basis. So this is one of the reason why companies are setting up their separate department for security operations center, and nowadays they are keeping highest revenue, highest budget for cyber security teams, because you understand, if attack happens, if cyber attack happens, it does not only give the financial loss, however it also give the image loss, right? It's not just a loss of financial, but also it's an image loss. If you have a cyber attack, we have here the big example of Sony Picture, Yahoo in past. You understand how Yahoo was one of the biggest search engine in the world. Why it has been gone for the market? 2014, biggest cyber attack happened. Billions of user data have been compromised and leaked over the dark web. Again, the same attack happened, similar attack around 2016 also. So you understand where is the Yahoo right now. So if such thing happen with any company, if any company network is being compromised, right? Being a client, would you give the project to that company? Because when you give the project to any company, you are sharing your data, your information also, right, to them. So you will think, right, double think that if they cannot secure their own data, their own information, how they will secure to your information, to your data, isn't it? So financial loss means, of course, financial loss will happen, right? If some critical information, for example, Sony Picture, in Sony Picture was the biggest editor of movies, Hollywood, Bollywood movies. When the attack happens, before releasing movies, attackers has released over the internet those movies. So what happens? Resulting, those movies could not be released over the theater. Billions of dollars lost by the of the Sony Pictures, financial loss plus reputation loss. Now, will any producer or director give their movies to Sony Picture? Means that time now they have already recovered it, but it's a reputation loss also, right? They will think that, okay, if we are not secure, if they cannot secure their network, their data, then we should not give the project to them, isn't it? Cyber security is very crucial, very critical for any organization, because it does not give any financial loss, but it gives the reputation loss, your image loss as well. And it is the kind of loss maybe you may never be able to recover it. And we have seen the example of Yahoo. What happened? One of the biggest search engine, where Yahoo in 90s, Google asked them to take over the Google, but they said, okay, you are the small, we don't want you. Now you can see where is Google and where is Yahoo now, right? So that is what happens when when any company is being attacked by attackers, cyber attacks, right? Cyber security is very crucial. So digital transformation demand stronger security. Of course, you understand digitalization is happening very fast. Everything is being digital, isn't it? if you talk about, a couple of years back, you had mobile, right? How many apps you had? Maybe 10, 15 apps 2, 3 years back. Now this year, how many you have? Previously, 2 GB of RAM was enough for your mobile, right? Because you have less apps, less number of apps, and those apps also have the less functionality. Hence, the size of the app was small. Now you understand how many apps you have. Now even 4 GB of RAM is not enough. I still remember I have Samsung Grand, and it has 2 GB of RAM previously, and it was more than enough. Now neither storage is enough and nor the RAM, because we have so many applications. So you have, in my mobile itself, I have more than 50, 60 applications. So 50, 60 application means these many businesses, right? These are nothing only applications, these are businesses. These are company only, this is their business. Means these many business came online. So do you think that in future, if you talk about somebody asking me how would be the career right now, it is very good, but now it will be future also, it will be good in near future as well. Then now you can get the answer yourself. If you have 60 app, 40 app, 50 app, are you going to uninstall in future? Is it going to, the number of apps are going to reduce in future or going to increase? Of course, going to increase. Means more and more businesses are coming online, right? People are finding more and more way to make your life easy through digital transformation. Isn't it? Now being sitting at home only, you can do everything, whatever you want. Gym also you can do at home only. You will have to find the gym trainers. You will have app, yoga app, a gym app. So many things are being happening online. Being at home, you can order and do everything, right? So you understand, more and more businesses are coming online. That means these businesses are collecting your data, your information. Yes or no? You are filling, you're collecting the account and filling all your address, phone number, sometime debit card, credit card information also on these portals. Isn't it? That means they are collecting your PII means payment card industry information, plus personal identification information such as your name, phone number, address. Isn't it? So there is a compliance. Compliance means compliance is nothing but a set of rules developed by the respective country's government to ensure that if any such company is collecting such information of our public, should ensure that the data should be secure. Isn't it? If these company will collect your information, right, and can be compromised, their company get compromised with the attacker, right, they can misuse that information. Isn't it? So these all companies which are collecting such information should have to ensure that they have the required security controls to protect the data from unauthorized access. That means these all companies that you see running their online businesses, right, on the internet, will have to deploy certain security tools. Security control means certain security tools to ensure the security of data. You understand now? If they will deploy certain security tools, they need people like us, isn't it? Who can manage these security tools. So you understand, if more and more businesses coming online, more and more these business will deploy certain security tools. That means more and more people they need to manage these security tools. That means more and more demand of cyber security people. Isn't it? That is the reason cyber security has the exponential growth. How exponentially the digital transformation is happening, on the same ratio cyber attacks are also happening, because they're getting more and more money now, right? And the same ratio, the demand of cyber security, the resources also growing. I still remember a few years back, when people used to ask me, Sulabh, what exactly job you are doing? What kind of job you are doing? When I used to tell them that I'm working in network security or cyber security, they were not aware what is that. I have to explain them, okay, then physical theft happen at your home, right? Similar example, I have to tell them, then in company also internet, some theft will happen, right? Similar example I have to give them, because that time people were not aware. Now you need not to explain to anyone, because they might have experienced themselves, or they are hearing this news everywhere. In this digital world, these cyber attacks are very common. This you can see that the fraud are happening, digital arrests are happening, right? These are very, very common nowadays. So everybody's aware. So why to choose cyber security? Of course, high demand across the globe. Cyber security is not only for India. The tools and technology that you are going to learn in cyber security is not going to isolate you from the world, because it is going to be used across the world. The technology or tools that you are using here are being used everywhere across the world. So the technology, this field has the demand everywhere. Today you started your career in India. Tomorrow you might be on USA. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you might be on UK or Australia. So this technology that you are learning here, it is not something that, okay, you're learning on a tool in a company and that tool only that company is using, right? These tools are universal tools, the technology being used everywhere. So how much you are learning, on that ratio you are growing here in this field. So why to choose your career? High demand across the globe, attractive salary and job stability. Of course, job stability. There is no firing in cybersecurity. There is no recession in cybersecurity. No company can compromise with security. Of course, the number of jobs will be increasing only. There is no recessions. See, I am not saying anything on my own. These are various surveys and various information available on the internet from the authorized sources. You can see first this photo that I have put here in the first. This photo is one of the business event that I have attended last week. The business event was from US. It was from US government, been conducted in Bangalore. So this business event was for how to scale your business to US. They were targeting especially for tech businesses, because tech business has more demand. Technology now, this is technology time, right? So which has the more demand. It was around 2 hours of session. I'm telling you, in this 2 hour session, their most focus was on two fields only. The most one is cyber security, another is artificial intelligence. Only two fields. They did not talk about software, they did not talk about data science, they did not talk about any other field. Most field is cyber security and artificial intelligence. This is the digital world, and cyber security is most crucial. I realized, I was aware, but I realized the other world also, other part of the world, how it is crucial and how the demand in other part of the globe. So third is opportunity to work with cutting edge technologies. Of course, different technologies, technology that you work, stability of the job, of course, and salary. There is no standard in cyber. People asking me what is the standard. If I have 5 years experience, how much salary will I get? When I become 8 years experience, how much salary will I get? I tell that, okay, I understand from fresher perspective. Usually people get 5 to 8, which is average. Average salary is 5 to 8 for freshers. Sometimes it can be 3.5 to 4 as well, because fresher usually are similar salary than other field of IT. But once you have experience, then you will be differentiated based on experience. And if you talk about what is the salary standard, then the answer is there is no standard. All the standard has been broken. I have seen people here 3 year experience and getting 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs also. 4 year experience getting 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs. Means I'm not talking about average package. I'm not talking about average. I'm talking about that there is no standard. It is defined by yourself. standard you define, not by the industry, because industry defined standard has been already broken. How much you learn, on the same ratio you earn. You have the capability, you have the market who are going to hire you. If you have skills, if you have certifications, then there is no limit for you. So that's a demand, that's a standard in salary package. There is no as such a standard. Otherwise, the same standard you'll get if you talk about common standard. So the most common people who common standard is for most common people who do not upgrade themselves, who do not learn new technology, who are working for the same company for multiple years, many years, right? So standard is for them, not for the people who are upgrading themselves, learning new technologies, doing new certifications, right? Adding value in resumes. So to start their career in cybersecurity, so before starting the career in cybersecurity, let's understand what are the different fields, different domains we have in cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, some of the domains are like Security Operations Center, SOC, means Security Operations Center is one of the domain. Incident response comes under SOC itself, but in some of the places it defined differently, but incident response comes as a part of SOC. Security Operations Center, another domain is GRC, called as governance, risk and compliance, cloud security, identity and access management, network and application security. So these are some of the domains which are popular in cybersecurity, on which you may get the job. Out of these domains, right? Do not annotate, please. Otherwise, I have not disabled, but do not do it. So what I'm saying, out of these domains, security center is one of the most demanding field. And apart from demand, most growing field on which you will see most growth. Because cybersecurity, SOC operations required the continuous operation 24/7 operations. And this is required by every company. Almost, if their business is online, then they need to have SOC, Security Operations Center. I'll be explaining in the board what is Security Operations Center. Whenever I was, please stop your camera, Sachin Kumar. I'll take your question. There will be FAQ session. Okay. So whatever question you have, I'll take. I am not checking the chat right now. So I'll be answering your question. You can unmute and ask your question. Okay. After the discussion. So what is SOC? SOC is one of the domain in cybersecurity that we call as Security Operations Center. So Security Operations Center is centralized team. For example, your company has a business in multiple locations, multiple countries. Let's say one of the company has a business in India, USA, and let's say in Saudi Arabia, right? So they will have, so they have multiple data center in every location. They have 3 data center. So they will have a centralized team. Team means set of people. Team means nothing but a set of people on a central location, right? So people who work on this team, who are the part of this team, we call a SOC analyst, right? Group of people we call as team, right? SOC team is security operations center team. And people who work on this team, we call as security operations center analyst, means SOC analyst. So what is SOC? The SOC team ensures that what SOC team does, SOC team monitors the whole network 24/7. What it does, security operations center team monitor the network 24/7. For example, you have CCTV surveillance team, you seen, right? For physical security, you can compare the same with SOC. You have BMS team, right? CCTV surveillance team in a company which have the various camera installed everywhere, and they are checking, they're sitting in central location checking what is going on, activities. Similarly, for digital security, to monitor each and every activities on the network, what is going on, right? There's central activity, the central team which monitor your network and activities 24/7. And if any suspicious, malicious, or abnormal activity found, observed, detected, they will investigate, and either they will take the action, or sometime they may not have access to take the appropriate action. In that case, they will assign the incident, that the particular alert that we call as incident, right? So this what happened, activity happen, unusual abnormal activity happen, that we call an incident, right? So they will assign that incident to the respective team for further action. That means SOC team is a centralized team which monitor your network 24/7 for any malicious, suspicious, or abnormal activities. If anything suspicious detected, they'll investigate, analyze, and take the action, or they may assign this case to some other team for further action. For example, you are seeing some traffic from particular IP address. IP address seems to be malicious, so malicious activity. Then action is to block the IP address on the firewall. So they will raise the case. They will create a case along with all the evidence and assign this case to the firewall team for further action. Understand? So this is one work of the a SOC team, to monitor the network 24/7, investigate, analyze, take the action, or assign this case to the appropriate team for further action. SOC team also ensure that SOC team ensure the security of your information, your data, and in case any compromise happens, because the chances of compromise are lesser, because security team monitor 24/7. Before attacker tries to enter and do some activity, they will detect and they will block it, take some action. So chances are already being reduced of getting your network and data compromised. But in case compromise happens, SOC team ensure that the impact of the compromise should be minimal. If compromise happens, the impact of the compromise should be minimal. Hence, the cost of remediation also should be minimal, of course. If compromise impact is minimal, the cost for remediating that asset or the device would be also minimal. For example, one of the user, let's say some ransomware attack happened, right? It has been delivered, email had been delivered, SOC team did not detect it. Okay, it was a malicious source. From one of the system got infected, user reported, or somehow they come to know system has been compromised because of the ransomware. They isolated the system so that other part of the network, other user will not get infected, as well as they will do the further research for the investigation, which all user have received the email from the same email ID, same subject name, or same file name. Multiple research they will do to ensure that before other people to whom the email has been delivered, before that user will open the email, will contact them and will tell them not to open or will delete the email. You understand, if security operations would not have been there, all the user, most of the user might have opened that email, and the cost of remediation would be higher, because maximum user have opened the email. The system will also got a compromise, means the data will get encrypted. The cost of remediation will be more. But fortunately, you have SOC team who detected and they isolate the system, user system, so that further infection will not happen. As well as they also investigated what was the source of compromise, what was the attack vector from which the attack happened, and they investigated research over the network which all users have received the email or similar kind of activity from which all system, so that they can isolate those system as well, right? So SOC team ensure that if compromise happen, the impact of the compromise should be minimal. Understood, everybody? SOC team is centralized team. You have many offices. You have many offices across geographical location, right? SOC team will be sitting in a single location, because all the offices are connected with each other to have the communication, right? Either through site-to-site VPN or through MPLS network. All the offices are connected with each other, right? You have some data center, you have servers, you have network devices, everything, right? The SOC team will be sitting on one of the geographical location, right? And all the activities that are happening across your network, what website you are accessing, what email you are receiving, what data you are forwarding over the email, right? What traffic is coming from outside, going to particular user, going to server. Every activities are being recorded. But you understand, so which is being monitored by the SOC team. But you understand, for physical security, we can see who is coming, who is going. We can see from our normal eyes, we can see, right? But in digital security, when you access a website, are you seeing that, okay, my traffic is going towards that? Okay, this was the packet going. You won't be able to see, right? In the digital communication, you cannot see. So when you access mobile and access the facebook.com, do you physically see the packet? Okay, this packet is going. I'm downloading this movie. My movie is going, coming movie. You are not able to see, right? What communication you are doing, only device, only result, what is being presented, that only you are able to see. You're unable to see what communication is happening. Yes or no? If any physical thefts happen, somebody will come inside and you see, okay, this is coming, this guy is going, have some evidence. But in the digital communication, you cannot see that between this machine, communication is happening. Physically, you cannot see what communication is happening. Either you can see from this device somehow or this device somehow, but not in between. Understand? Only result you can see. So you understand why? Because in the digital communication happens in the small packets, right? These packets run over the cables. Yes, or physical cables that you have, right? You cannot see them physically. So then, being a SOC analyst, how this SOC team monitor the whole network, what is going in, who is coming, what suspicious activities are happening. You understand? See, if you are completely new in this field, I have one foundation course for 9 days in YouTube. Because you might not be aware, if you're not aware what is router, switches, firewall, IPS, IDS, how this communication is happening, I will recommend you, even prior to joining our SOC course also, we recommend to join to complete this around 15 hours course which is there in the YouTube, on which I explain you complete detail about how the communication happens over the internet, router, switches, firewall, means how to design the network and how to secure the network in detail of around 14 to 15 hours of session. Okay, so you understand. So if you go through that session, you will have a very good foundation in the network and security. So, your network is being formed using router and switches, right? Two other different devices are connected using router and switches, right? And to secure the network, you have various devices such as firewall, you have IPS, you have, DLP, different devices you have, right? So what happens is, which all devices you have, for example, Windows devices, Windows devices, routers, switches, firewall, different devices you have on digital network. When you log in on this device, for example, you log in, you have laptop, you log in. You enter wrong password, log out, login failed. You enter right password, login success. You open a file, you modify a file. You know what happens? Each and every activities, your mic, each and every activities which are happening on your system are being recorded in the form of logs, in form of event, that we call as event.log. All being recorded. That if you talk about especially in Windows, there is an application everybody can see by on your desktop, laptop application. If you go on a search, call as event viewer. In the event viewer application, you can see what activity you do on the system. Every activities are being recorded in the form of log. Log is nothing but the detail. A log is nothing but the detail where I can see who has logged in the system, what time you have login field, login success, password change, account lockout, file open, file close, right? All these activities are being recorded in the form of log. Log means previous history. What happened? That will be recorded. Understand? So that you can come to know what activity happened. That we call as log or events. What we call as? Either you call it log or either word is log, because the activity means it's an event, right? What event happened? Any activity is an event, and these events are being recorded in the form of log. Log means nothing but the data at what time, timing, what user has done, the changes, username, what changes you have done, that will be recorded, right? That will be called a log. So for these devices, every activities are the event. You can see when you get marriage, what was your marriage date? It's an event for you. Birthday is an event for you, right? Engagement is an event for you. Only those date you records, right? But for these device, every activity is an event. For you, birthday, marriage day, engagement is an event you record. But for these devices, every activities are the event for them. And every activities are being recorded in the form of logs, right? So anytime you can log in these devices and check the logs, what activity happened. Similarly, your router, switches, firewall, network device, security device, servers, application, databases, every devices, whatever activities are happening on those devices or any data coming and going through those devices will be recorded in the form of logs, right? So in case of any suspicious malicious activity happening, we can log in on these devices and monitor and check what kind of activity happened, right? Understand? So we can see what kind of activity happening or happened in the form of log, because whenever packet travels in the communication, right? Packet, right? So from where the packet has come, where it has to go, where it is going, what information it is being carrying, right? The in between, what device is coming in between, right? Those devices will record the information, who has came, who has gone, where the packet has been gone, right? These information will be recorded by all these devices, right? So SOC team, now you understand now, SOC team is centralized team, but these devices are deployed here, here, and here. But SOC team is sitting is here. So is SOC team going to fly? When some incident will happen, okay, you go to Saudi Arabia, log in the device and check the log, what happened? The answer is no, right? This is not going to happen, that some compromise happened, then you travel here and log in on the device and check the log, so what happened? This is not going to happen. So how it is going to happen? There are tools and technologies. There are technologies and tools that SOC team is going to use so that they will not have to log in on these devices. right? Instead, they will, directly on the tools only all information will be shown. In the brief, I'll be explaining you here. Main tool the SOC team will be using, that we are using that tools for last 20 years. For last 20 years, that technology is still being used. That we call as SIEM. Anybody knows the full form?
Security,
Anybody?
incident, and
Security
event
information,
management.
event management.
Right. Security information and event management, SIEM. From all your data center, different locations, right? You have multiple locations where you have deployed the devices like routers, you have switches, right? You have firewalls, different location, different data center, you have different devices. This is very brief session. So in the actual session, we deep dive on each and every information in detail, but this is the brief information that I'm going to give you right now. So what will happen? So what SIM stand for is security information and event management. That means the information of security, these all devices, security related information and event is being managed by this SIM tool. So what will happen? You have different locations, right? But all the locations are connected with each other using MPLS or site-to-site VPN. They have internal connectivity. So what will happen is these all devices will be connected with your centralized tool that we call as what? SIM. Understand? So as soon as any activity happen, all the activity, either malicious or normal activity, right? All the activities, any activity happens on these devices, as soon as this activity happen, it will record in the form of logs within 180 millisecond. Within 180 millisecond, the log will be forwarded to your SIM. So somehow, if you come to know some kind of malicious activities are happening in your network, you don't need to fly, right? Or you don't need to log in on each and every devices manually. No need to log in, right? Otherwise, there are so many devices. We have 600 and 700 devices, including a network device, security device, servers, application databases, right? On the digital network, you may have 600, 700,000 devices, right? You can't monitor each and every device manually, individually. How you can do that now? You can integrate, means you can collect live log, means real-time logs from these devices you have SIM. As soon as any activity happen, means it will generate the form of logs, and this log will be forwarded to a centralized tool that is called SIM within 180 millisecond. That is the you call real-time logs. SIM collect the real-time logs from network device, security device, servers, application databases. Once it collect the logs, it normalize the logs also. Means different devices are having different log recording format. Different format. Understanding a different format will be difficult for you. So it will convert all the logs in common format, readable format, and store the log for a long time. So whenever you need to investigate, some attack happens, just write the query in the SIM and download and see the log from any device. Apart from that, SIM have the intelligence on correlation engine, means you need not to monitor because logs will be billions in numbers. Per day, logs will be billions in number. If you have logs in the SIM also, see this session is very brief session. I usually explain this in a day, which I'm explaining this in just 15 minutes, right? This session goes for many hours, which I'm explaining in 15-20 minutes, okay? So this is very brief. How it is very in-depth. So just to make you clear right now, I'm explaining in a fast way. So what I'm saying is, now you have billions of logs. If SIEM you have billions of, you understand you need not to log in each and every devices, but billions of logs of how will you monitor which activity is suspicious, which activity is not suspicious? You can't open and check each and every logs, right? Even you have 20, 25 analysts, 100 analysts also, they cannot open each and every logs. So SIEM is intelligent. SIEM has the intelligence, it has the correlation engine. That means you can define to the SIEM what has to be monitored. Being an analyst, being a part of security team, you know that what kind of logs are malicious. If anybody log in on the Windows, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time login failure happen, maybe user have forgot the password or maybe mistype the password. But if 100 time login failure happen in 1 minute for the same username, might be somebody is using trial and hit method, brute force to gain the unauthorized access. So within short period of time, let's say if more than 100 login failure happen from same user, it can definitely be a suspicious activity. I mean, can be a suspicious activity. So you know that, mute your mic, Vinayak. So you know that if more than 100 in a minute from same username, it can be a matter of concern. So first you understand what kind of log it is coming, how many and what similar logs are coming suspicious, then you can define your SIEM. If this particular log is coming or this particular trend of log coming, it is suspicious, then you can define the correlation rule. So what will happen? You will not to monitor billions of logs manually. You can define 60, 70 such correlation rule, right? If any logs are coming, SIEM will monitor on behalf of you. If those correlation rule matches, it will generate alerts. You got a point, right? These alerts you are going to monitor. Being a SOC analyst, you will have main tool called a SIEM in the SOC. Any SOC, definitely you will have a SIEM. Without SIEM, SOC is not a SOC, right? SIEM is the heart of a SOC. Still, without SIEM, it's not a SOC. So what's being a SOC analyst, what you are going to do? You will have a SIEM. This setup you will be already having. As an analyst, deploying an integration of the device is not your job. However, in our session, we cover everything, but that's not your job, especially for SOC analyst. So these logs are coming in. Correlation rule has been written, right? Now alert will trigger here, right? Once alert will trigger, instead of having billions of logs to monitor per day, you monitor few alert, maybe 100, 200, 500,000. That also can be minimized because not every alert are suspicious. Sometimes some false positive means alert is not suspicious, still fire. You can modify the condition so that you can reduce the false positive alert numbers, right? So SIEM team, SOC team actually going to monitor these alerts. If you're working especially L1 or L2, if not admin, then you'll be monitoring this channel, this dashboard of alert. You open this alert and check whether it is suspicious or not. You will analyze and check whether suspicious means true positive, means alert said it's a SQL injection attack. You analyze and you also found yes, it is attack suspicious activity because true positive. Alert said attack, but you found after analysis it's not an attack, it's a legitimate activity called as false positive. But being a SOC analyst, you check whether the alert is true positive or false positive, right? And if it is true positive, you may have to raise the case with the respective team, some different team assigned to them for further action. Or if it is false positive, you can close the case here, right? So there are various cases that we are learning in what cases, what investigation you have to do, what analysis you have to do, and how to decide this case true positive or false positive, right? So this is what the work of SOC team. SOC L1 especially will do the monitoring this and they will create the tickets, right? ServiceNow ticket, you may have to create ticket, you'll understand. Some tracking ticket you have to create an incident over the email assigned to respectively further action and monitor this 24/7. L2 may also work on this incident in many of the companies. Some companies, L2 may take the escalated cases. L1, usually 0 to 3 years experience people work as an L1 who will be monitoring this and responding to the incident, right? SOC team is also called as incident response team, because these are incident. Responding to incident means closing as false positive here, and if it is true positive, assign to respective team further action, taking the follow-up till closure. This is called incident response. The SOC team is also called as incident response team because they are responding to the incident, right? So being a L1, definitely this is your work. L2, many of the company L2 may also work along the L1, same job, but especially L2 exact work is handling the escalation from the L1. Some cases where L1 is unable to investigate, they don't have knowledge because they are beginner, 1 to 3 years experience are usually L1. So they don't have that level of experience. So in that case, they will escalate the case to L2 further investigation. L2 will analyze, and after analysis, they will give their feedback to L1. The L1 can create incident and tickets and assign further. L2 also will verify the cases handled by L1, all the cases, whether they have created the incident properly or not, whether they have written proper comment or not, right? When they created ticket, proper description they are writing or not, they will verify their work, right? That's also responsibility of who's L2. L3, if it is analyst, not admin, he will also handle the escalation from L2. If some cases L1 escalate to L2, L2 may also escalate to L3, right? Some company you may have L1, L2, L3 may be a team lead or shift lead, right? But if you talk about L3 as an analyst, he may take the escalation, handle the escalation. Some bigger project, you may have L3 also who are going to handle the, but L3, you understand, right? Majority of people will be L1. L1 will be higher in number. L2 will be lesser compared to L1. L3 will, of course, less compared to, so L3 will be less. So we'll be handling the escalation, as well as maybe L3 may also involve in some kind of admin activities. It depends, some L2 also or L3 also may get some admin activities responsibility also, such as integration of devices, right? Data source onboarding, that can be an operation task. Regularly, you get new devices to be integrated with your SIEM to collect the logs, right? Writing this correlation rules, admin activities. But however, administrator who is too much occupied may give the responsibility to L2 or L3 as well, because these are the daily tasks, right? So that is about the SIEM. Anybody has any confusion, any question on the SIEM part?
No, sir.
Good to go, sir.
So everywhere you see SOC analyst, any company you see, you will see this SOC. You will see this one, SIEM, right? SIEM is the heart of SOC. In next generation SOC, two more tools have been introduced, which we call as EDR. EDR means endpoint detection response, and response. And another is SOAR, SOAR. SOAR means security orchestration, automation and response. It's a big name, I'm not writing. Security orchestration, automation and response. A new latest SOC means we call a next generation SOC. Next generation SOC. Now, in next generation SOC, these tools also have been introduced now, EDR and SOAR, along with SIEM. You will see EDR also and SOAR also. EDR means endpoint detection and response. So EDR will have a centralized console and they will have a client which will be installed on each and every endpoint, means your laptop, desktop, as well as servers. SIEM, when SIEM collect the data, first of all, it does not collect from laptop, desktop, as well as server related data also, it do not collect full information like process information, directory changes, processes, registry, drivers, all the information do not collected by SIEM. So using EDR, you will have more visibility of of endpoint, servers and desktop, any machine compromised, what kind of attempt it is, what is the, and kind of you can see it is kind of extended version of antivirus. So EDR, but it will have more control of the machine. For example, if any machine got compromised, use the EDR, you can isolate the machine, means you can disconnect machine from the system virtually without going physically or remove the cable. Through EDR agent, you can virtually, you understand, if you remember 4 or 5 months, there's a big incident happened from CrowdStrike. Did you remember? Blue death screen appeared, right? Blue death screen on the CrowdStrike incident. Do you guys remember? Yes or no?
Yes.
Death
Yes,
screen,
sir.
blue death screen.
Yes.
CrowdStrike, right? So CrowdStrike is an EDR tool. You can see in the whole world, many of the companies have been impacted, right? Flights have been impacted. Flight got delayed, flight got cancelled because of this EDR incident. So what is the EDR? Means CrowdStrike, right? CrowdStrike is an EDR tool. So there were agents were installed on those servers and system, and CrowdStrike has released an update for those agents. So that update of those agent has some bug. Because of that bug, system were getting restarted or getting into the blue death screen. Because of that, CrowdStrike update. You understand? There are other players also, but CrowdStrike is number 1 in the market as per the Gartner report. You understand? Now you realize how many companies have deployed CrowdStrike. Apart from the CrowdStrike, there are other EDR. EDR is a technology. EDR is a technology. CrowdStrike is one of the tool in EDR. Understand? Just CrowdStrike only had that bug, right? And not every company has updated. The company who has updated that agent, they had problem. You understand? Globally, it's a big outage globally, right? So you understand how many companies had deployed EDR and especially CrowdStrike. That is how the demand is for next generation SOC EDR. You understand? Now, SOAR is nothing but the automation. In the next generation SOC, you will see the EDR SOAR as well, which is nothing but the automation in SOC. What automation? Whenever in SIEM incident triggers, you analyze, you investigate and take the action, right? Manually, by understanding digital transformation across the world exponentially, and by understanding the resource crunch because of that, cybersecurity resource crunch in the market, because of that exponentially demand, exponential digital transformation, in future there will be, now and in future there will be resource crunch in the market, especially for cybersecurity. Hence, this automation tool has been introduced that we call as SOAR. So what automation is? Once the incident, so you can integrate your SIEM with SOAR. Once incident will be triggered on SIEM, it will be sent to SOAR. SOAR will have a playbook. SOAR will check whether alert is true positive, false positive. If it is true, it will false positive, it will close here automatically. If it is true positive, it will create a case on ServiceNow automatically. Apart from that, IP has to be blocked on the firewall. It will block the IP on the firewall. Means not to assign the case to firewall team and let the firewall team block the IP address. It can be automated by the SOAR. All action. You want to block isolate system from the network. It can be done by EDR. EDR will be integrated with SOAR. Once malware detected incident came to SOAR, SOAR will run the playbook to the EDR. EDR will isolate the machine from the network. SOAR will create a ticket on the training tool, right? These activities can be automated using the SOAR. That is the reason. As of now, SOAR has been deployed. SOAR has been just introduced, means not very much mature. As of now in the industry, it's been deployed 15 to 18%. Out of 100 SOC, if there are 100 SIEM, SOAR deployment is 15 to 18%. But you know that right now, since it is not fully mature, hence deployment is less, and many of the activity of SOAR is still manual. Still, we need SOC analyst. Even though we have SOAR, for example, if SIEM, you need 10 SOC analysts, L1, 10. Still, for SOAR perspective, still you need 5 to 6 analysts. Because every activity cannot be automated. I mean, can be automated, but a lot of time it is blocking the legitimate activity as well, where it is breaking the CIA, confidence, integrity, availability. It is blocking vendor IP address, and it is blocking vendor to access the resources. So we have to ensure, right? CIA, cyber security means CIA. It is not just securing the resources. It is not just following one of the triads, right? You have to follow all three. Along with confidentiality, you also maintain the availability, right? So many of the cases, we do not automate this activity. In this case, you will have analyst here. There will be button here in this case. If you found it is true positive, the analyst will click a button, ticket will be created. Click a button, IP address will be blocked in the firewall. Click a button, system will be isolated from the EDR. So out of 6, 4 to 5 analysts are still needed. But as of now, not every company has deployed the SOAR. 15 to 18% companies has deployed the SOAR as of now. However, our trainings, we always design from future perspective. In our training, we cover SOAR, and our training is very in-depth. SOC analyst does only monitoring, but our trainings are very in-depth core technical training. Means we cover everything. We cover installation, we cover integration, we cover writing the rule, we cover investigation, not just L1 activities. Many times people ask that being a SOC analyst, you cover too many administrative activity. You understand, right? What is going to happen? See, people who are not learning, who are, who are just stick with their role, they are not thinking out of the box. They are actually going out. They need to worry about it. What going to happen in the market? IT world means, if you are coming in the IT, means continuous learning. Your earning is directly proportional to learning. If you're not learning, your earning can be zero also. Means you might be fired also. Recession will come and you might get out of the market if you are not learning. You understand, right? Whenever new project will come, new version will come. Before new version launched by the company start working on the next version. Why they working on the next version when they launch the new version? Lot of competition in the market. Everybody has to upgrade. You also have to upgrade. Being an IT, if you're not upgrading, you are not the IT material. You should not think that, okay, I'll join this training, I got a job, then that's okay, I can now live my life, I can enjoy. Of course, you can enjoy, but along with your study, along with your learning, you have to match with the technology. If you learn, you will grow. Do not learn, demoted and get out of the market. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason we design this training in such a way so that you get the job. Maybe, of course, you can get a SOC analyst job right now, but you'll be future ready. You will be thinking core technically. That is how it's not something that L1 only investigation, only analysis, copy paste job. But yeah, copy paste all are getting automated in SOAR. And this is not just about the SOAR. You understand what is coming now. What is the big changes coming now? That we call as artificial intelligence, which can do your work in no time. Terabyte of data can be analyzed in a fraction of minutes by the AI, where you will be. See, every job I'm telling you, once the AI has been fully launched, every job, people who are core technical, who are having some extraordinary skills, who are ready to learn, they'll be surviving. If you're thinking that you're not ready to learn, not doing any out of the box, definitely will be tough time for you. You have to be open that I have to learn. Of course, you will be growing also. Definitely, growth will be very much, because these are the two fields, AI and cybersecurity, which have the huge demand nowadays in the market. But it requires your time also to learn this technology, to get in-depth knowledge, to core technical knowledge in this technology. So AI, which can, जो copy paste job, what you are doing, incident response, and those job going. For example, recent Chat GPT, Open AI, Chat GPT or Gemini, just introduction of AI. You can see just an introduction. This much happened, right? You can see many job has been gone. Blog writers who are writing the blogs. When you used to search internet, right? What are top 10 companies? What are the can you definition of this? What is this? Now, will you do this kind of search over the internet on Google? The answer is no. You will do it on the Chat GPT. AI, right, will give the descriptive answer in no time. Why you will refer in so many links? So many links were nothing but the blogs that have been written. Who has written those blog writer, content writer? Now you are seeing content writer job have been obsolete, has been gone to market. And it is not only content writer, right? So once the AI just introduction, now next 5 to 10 years, who are coming? Who are coming in next 5 to 10 years? Till that you have time to learn. Till that you have time and learn and grow. Next coming AGI, artificial general intelligence. Governments for many countries, USA, India, China, are putting huge budget for this development, for AGI development, artificial general intelligence. Big research is happening now, and huge changes in our lives going to happen in next 5 to 10 years. You might not have expected as of now. Many of people do not know what is going to change. Our thought level, our life that we are living, whole going to change. This AGI will give the the detail, the control to AI. Now AI robot can think like human, can work like same to same human. Means they can work, learn, and implement. What you can do, AI can do. This is what going to happen. Only people who are surviving, who are technical, are going to survive, who are open to learn. You understand, right? Otherwise, your work can be replaced by AGI, right? So these are the light technology that you have chosen, especially cybersecurity, which has the demand. Cybersecurity is one of the fields which is difficult to replace. Why it is difficult to replace? Why even AI introduced, your job will be safe, because there will be fight between AI and AI. If you can analyze terabyte of data, you can use AI in defending. Attackers are also going to use AI, right? Yes or no? Attackers are even more intelligent. They are not like uneducated people. They are they're educated people. They're going to use AI to launch the attack. So now launching the attack will be very complex, isn't it? When AI will launch, AI will defend, right? The defend will be very difficult. In that case, to intervene, human is required. Understand? So that is the reason. And in AI, in the time of AI, there are many attacks are going to increase, like social engineering attack. The time will come where you will get a call, video call from your wife, same voice and same photo, same video. Your wife is calling you from same number and asking you to send money to her account, but she was not your wife. This is going to happen. Images are also being developed, but this time, as of now, you can identify AI images, little identification. But time will come when it will be very, very difficult to identify, Whether you are talking to AI, you will have AI friends. You will have AI friends, AI colleagues. The time will come. This is what going to happen, right? So this is a very good time that you have got to learn and explore the technology, right? So this is not a fear, but this is chance for you to upgrade yourself. This is not to scare. So main tool that you have in SOC like SIEM, you have EDR, you have SOAR automation. When you talk about a regular training that we have for 3.5 months in detail, in-depth training, core technical, we cover the leader product in the market. For SIEM, we cover Splunk and Splunk Enterprise Security for SIEM perspective. Splunk Enterprise plus Splunk Enterprise Security. For EDR, so Splunk Enterprise, Splunk is number on the market as per the Gartner report, concurrently for last 13 years, number one. And except us, for Splunk perspective, Splunk Enterprise Security is a licensed product. This is free trial available for 60 days. Majority of institutions will deliver training on Splunk Enterprise, which is not a completely SIEM, half. Without this, so SIEM is not completed. Minimum license cost 25 lakhs per year. In India, it is hard to find except SIEM expert. You will not get anywhere lab access because it's a licensed product. For EDR, we cover CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike, which is again number one in the market as per the Gartner report. Number one. Except as you won't find this training anywhere in India. No one will give the lab access. Training will be difficult and no one will give the lab access. I did not find anywhere here because all are paid enterprise level of tool. For SOAR, we cover Palo Alto Cortex XSOAR. Cortex XSOAR. Again, it is number one in the market. License start from 1 CR, 1 crore Indian rupees. Except us, no training available in India. In USA, trainings available, they're charging $4,000. $4,000 for this training. Means 3,20,000 Indian rupees for this training, just for this training. Because it's a licensed product. There is no trial available, neither for this nor for this. Here going to get complete lab access, completely real kind of access on all these tools so that you'll be industry ready. So these are the reader tool. Apart from that, since we are the SIEM expert, means we have other SIEM training also. We have Microsoft Sentinel, which is number 2 for SIEM. Even tomorrow only I'm starting the batch for Microsoft Sentinel also, and the SOC as well. So, but number 1 is Splunk. So that's the reason in SOC we have included only number 1 tools, which are lead in the market. So number 1 is Splunk for SIEM. Second position is Microsoft Sentinel. Third position is IBM QRadar. We have all this training. But in SOC, we started this one. We added Splunk because that is your number 1. EDR, CrowdStrike number 1. Second is Microsoft Defender. We have that training, but SOC we added with number 1. Palo Alto XSOAR, we are delivering only training because as of now 15 to 80% only deployed. Palo Alto XSOAR is number 1. Second position is Splunk SOAR. Splunk SOAR free trial available, community edition, but still we did not go with that because that is not number 1. Number 1 was Palo Alto XSOAR. Even company who deploys Splunk, if you talk about SOAR, they are going with Palo Alto Cortex XSOAR. Hence, we are going with Palo Alto Cortex XSOAR. So I'll be showing my slides for some more information that you could write. Almost information I have already explained on the board, but let me showcase because I have done some work to create these slides. So security operations center is a centralized team, right? Who is sitting on these kind of offices, good office. Centralized team responsible for monitoring and defending IT infrastructure, detect, investigate, and respond to cyber security incidents, right? How SOC work, real-time monitoring, alerting, threat detection, analysis, incident response, and recovery, right? So that is the work of SOC. Next generation SOC tools. In next generation SOC tools, what are being used? Same like Microsoft Sentinel, Splunk, QRadar. These three are very popular. EDR like CrowdStrike, SentinelOne. You'll have Microsoft Defender as well. Defender in second position. You will have SOAR, Palo Alto Cortex SOAR, or Splunk Phantom. Splunk Phantom name is changed to Splunk SOAR. You may integrate some threat intelligence tools also, right, to get some threat feeds on your data. That is so that you will have an eye. Apart from that, certification. Here, start of transitioning your career, what you need? Basic knowledge of networking and system. First of all, see, degree or diploma, anything you have, right? It is not necessary that you should be a BE or BTech. You can be a BCom, you can be a BA, that's okay. Nowadays, degree is just a piece of paper. Your skills and your experience matters. I have many people who have done BCom, BA, working on big companies here after transitioning here from the non-technical to technical background. After joining training here, you are no more a non-technical guy. You are core technical. So your degree does not matter. The only thing is that you should have a working knowledge in computer. It should not happen that you do not have computer knowledge. One of the example is it's been a couple of months back. One of the person, have been hired by one of the company. They have done some campus interview with SIEM expert. So manager called me one day. He said, Sulabh, the resource that you have sent are very good. One of the resource, he is very good in security concept and experience is very good, but he does not have basic knowledge of computer. He do not know what is task manager. Basic things he do not know of the computer. He do not know work on the Excel, Word. So that is something that security concept, cyber security skill, SOC skill, we can teach you here. But computer skill, basic function of computer, you have to learn yourself in case you did not work on computer, right? So basic computer and plus knowledge of networking, not in depth, but basic knowledge is available in my YouTube channel. I will share in the group after that if you want to explore. That is basic networking. If you do not have, you can cover it. Second is, it's good to have certification on the cyber security or SOC analyst if you're working. If you want to start your career, you can join the training, which is job-oriented, real-time, hands-on training. Along with the training, if you want to get more opportunities, you want to increase weightage in resume, you can do some sort of certification. In India, especially, certifications are not mandatory, but are good to have, increasing weightage in your resume, increasing your chances to get more offer, right? So like Comte Security Plus, CEH, Microsoft SC200 are some of the certifications that you can do. CEH is more demanding nowadays, especially in Indian market. CEH more demanding. In the US market, Comte Security Plus is more. CompTIA is something new, newer compared to AC Council, CEH. And hands-on, along with this, you should have hands-on experience. Just reading the books, watching the video is not going to help unless you should have real-time hands-on experience, hands-on knowledge, right? That's why this training that we have gives you complete knowledge, completely hands-on experience. What people of 3 year, 4 year, 5 years working, that level we are going to cover here practically. And you are going to do hands-on on the lab environment. It's completely real-time company kind of setup we have. So after this training, you'll be able to justify your experience. Through a 3 year, 4 year experience, you can justify if you have gap or you have some other field experience, you'll be able to justify experience like a cybersecurity analyst. All your day-to-day responsibility, what exactly you do, what issues you face, right? How to handle particular case, each and every things we are going to discuss in this training. So SIEM expert, in SIEM expert, we have a lot of trainings that we discuss, we cover. Few of the trainings are like a next generation SOC analyst training, which is job oriented training that we cover, which if you want to start your career in cybersecurity, SOC especially, or you want to transition your career from some other field to cybersecurity, this training is good for you, on which we cover 3 tools: Splunk Enterprise Security, CrowdStrike, as well as Palo Alto Cortex XOR, means SIEM, EDR plus SOAR, a combination of all, fully hands-on training. Along with certification training, we have a lot of different certifications. These some of the list. We have almost 35 trainings, 35 plus training certification we have. This is some of the list. All list you can check. Our website is under development, new website. This month, our new website will be live, simexpert.com, on which you'll be able to see all the training certification. As of now, we have not updated fully because new website was almost developed. So these all things will be written on the website as of now, but in new website, we have almost 35 plus trainings. CEH, CompTIA Security Plus, CTIA, CompTIA Security Plus, SOC Analyst certification from EC Council, CISA, CSP, CISSP, Splunk, advanced training, CrowdStrike EDR, Cortex XOR advanced training, IBM QRadar, Microsoft Sentinel, ArcSight, right? These are some of the training that we have here in SIEM Expert. So I'll be showing you the overview of how your tools look like, how we monitor, right? Let's log in on the tool and see. This is the Splunk on which I'm logging right now. This is a SIM tool. This is the SIM tool. So as I said, a centralized tool, right, where we can log in and search the log from each and every devices, because all the devices are sending the logs to this particular tool. So no need to log in on each and every devices. So you can just log in on the tools and get the logs. So this is the tool on which you are going to monitor in 3/7. Okay. So for example, I am searching for Fortinet firewall logs. So I can write the query vendor F1 is equal to Fortinet firewall, right? You see, I'm searching firewall logs, right? I have not logged in a firewall, but here, because all the devices are forwarding the logs to SIEM, right? So we can search the logs from firewall by writing some query. So this SIEM tool, all SIEM tool will use some query language, right? So logs did not come, no problem. Vendor product equal to Fortinet firewall. Acha, I think space here. Had to give a space. Acha, problem is 1 minute. Another instance, another instance. Vendor pro lock error. Because many people log in on this lab, so might be some issue happen, but when they inform some problem, we troubleshoot. We have multiple instances. Let me check on this instance. So this lab is highest capacity. More than 300 people can connect at the same time and can practice. So we have given full admin access on the lab to everyone. So let me try with this. The device logs are there or not there. I think some problem happened today. Logs are not coming on the system. अच्छा, what the data flow insert? One moment. 127. First, many people has the full access, so they have done some kind of misconfiguration. It will come. Forwarding and receiving. Till now, till the time I will log into EDR, CrowdStrike. This is a CrowdStrike console, EDR console. It is cloud-based. You need 2FA. Triple 998. It's configured. One 190.278. Triple 98 and triple 98. Let me delete this and configure it again. Delete this and configure it again. So this is the EDR console. You can see this is same as live environment. What exactly you work on the company, right? Same incident, malware detection, right? Same to same. You will do what exactly people working on the company, same to same you will do here. Various incident and everything you see here. Investigation, that use a specific searches, you can do IP specific. That the same to same you will have in the company, except as you will not get this anywhere. And config now in the same also will see the logs. This instance is a little slow. I think I have to increase the resources. So this is for this is for this one EDR. We have SOAR as well, which will get the live access. I think this is because of memory. That's okay. Cortex XOR. This is for Cortex XOR. So except us, you won't get it anywhere. In India, this tool you will not get anywhere. Only SIEM expert has this. You will get completely full access on this IDR as well as SOAR as well as on this Splunk. I'm just waiting for it to get let me delete the forwarding completely. Once I delete the forwarding, the log will come in this particular instance. Now you can see if I give the query vendor hyphen product is equal to Fortinet firewall, because many people has the access. So sometimes some people do this configuration. So you can see it here. I'll be able to see Fortinet firewall log because that has been integrated with our SIEM, right? That means no need to log in on each and every device. You can see it here. This is the FortiGate firewall logs, live logs it is. But see, 15 minutes we have almost just few minutes happen when the log started coming 5,592 live event came. Okay. So this is how we can search the logs. We can monitor the live incident also here, but this instance is right now having some problem. So where we can monitor the live incident that I was supposed to show you, but this particular instance has a problem. And this instance, it does not show. So when I'll fix this, then we can see the incident here. So this is the security actually monitoring the part where we monitor the incident review, but this instance will not show because I have designed this particular instance to monitor live. So here we actually, this incident tab, we monitor incident 24/7. Okay, so this is for the tools and technology that we use, in the SOC. So now the Q&A session, anybody has any question, then you can ask. I will turn on my camera. Okay, anybody has any question, any confusion, ready to career or any question?
Sir, what is the cost of this course?
This training cost is 36,000 plus GST. However, since you're the part of this workshop, my team will give some discount. So it can be 35,000. Only lab access you will not get is a training plus lab both.
And sir, what about jobs and placement guidance?
See, the quality of training is our commitment, the quality of skill development, and the world-class lab access. That's our commitment. Placement perspective, resume preparation, interview preparation, scenario-based question, all we cover here. Your LinkedIn profile preparation. If you talk about jobs, we have tie with certain companies, but sometimes they have jobs, sometimes we don't have. So we cannot commit it. That is on best effort basis. As and when we receive, our team will post. But we do not commit, because what we commit, we deliver more than that. But what we do not commit, that's why we do not commit. We commit less, we deliver more. But what we can deliver, that only we commit. So that is wholly depend on the vacancies that time if companies are having, we will post. For example, today only we have posted in a group. There are 15 opportunities in one of the companies. Today only we have posted. But sometimes they will have, sometimes they will not have. So we do not take any admission of our team. Strictly we have said, do not take admission by committing any fake commitment. Whatever I said, if you talk to me sometime, if whatever our team said to you means our commitment. There is no fake commitment here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, anybody else?
Sir, institute have in Hyderabad
It's online training, so it's
for
in
offline.
Bangalore. If any case you are trying to join offline, then it's available in Bangalore.
Bangalore, which the part?
It's in Belandur.
Bellandur.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So new batch is coming tomorrow only. We are
Sorry
starting batch.
Sorry for interrupting. This is in Kannada or in English teaching?
Same language.
Because,
What I'm speaking right now.
because of I understand Kannada, English is not understandable, but Kannada is so for me.
I understand, but in the company also you're speaking English, right?
Yeah, I know,
Client will be in
but
USA, client will be in different countries.
because of learning a thing is which is saying in Kannada means I can understand thoroughly. That's the reason I am asking.
But
If
local language, you may not find good trainings in local languages. I'm telling
because
you.
of I understand everything. Like I am from Dakshina Karnataka, like Mangalore. I am from. Yes, that's the reason I am asking, because of they're only saying in Kannada only.
Okay.
That's the
But
reason.
training
If
should be on
matter,
English.
yeah, I know,
I
but
personally speak Hindi,
matter
but
any
training
help,
should be in English.
Mentor should clarify issues in Kannada. Sometimes
English only.
English only.
English or maybe Hindi he can speak. I speak Hindi personally, but I deliver training in English because understanding audience, English is very common, right?
English is a very common, I understand. Because of is there some many issues is occurs, right? It's doubt sessions like that.
Like Kannada, we don't have.
That's the reason I'm asking.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rohit. So currently I have a 3 years of experience as a developer in banking domain. So I'm planning to, sir, currently, currently I'm an experience of 3 years as a developer in banking domain.
Okay.
So I want to transition my career in stock analysis. So after I opt this course, so how much salary I can expect?
See, based on your current salary, how much you have read, how much you are having, right? You'll get the hike on current package.
Okay.
In this case, you have to showcase your current experience in cybersecurity, current roles and responsibility. You can showcase in cybersecurity after this training because it's completely hands-on training. So based on that, you can apply for security jobs.
So directly, so we can get L1 or L2?
How much experience you have?
I have 3 years.
So L1 or L2, anything you get, because 3 years experience you can put, right? Up to 3 years, generally people will get the L1 role. So based on your knowledge, because this training will cover L1, L2, majority of L3 activities, also admin activities, right? We have people here, year experience, and we have people here who are joining 10 years experience, 15 years experience also.
Okay.
So the training is very in depth.
Okay.
We cover everything.
Yeah, yes.
So
okay.
3 years you can easily justify. That's not a problem.
Okay, so do you have any separate weekend batch?
Weekend only is starting now. This tomorrow only. Tomorrow is the first class.
Sir, what is the fees of
Okay,
the
sir, I'll
course?
check with that.
What?
What is the fees of the course?
35,000 plus GST. 36 we have increases, but for this price with 35.
Sir, what about lab access also it will be having?
Include lab access. 3-month dedicated lab access will get 3-month dedicated lab access. Since the day it has been given, from that day, it will be 3 months for a plan. Experiment capacity to 3 months. 1.5
Sir,
months for
this lab we cannot get from outside. That's what you said.
anywhere in India, anywhere in the world. Through VPN, you have to connect. How you work from home for office, right? Same, you will get VPN access from your home. You connect to our network through VPN, and you'll be able to take access like how I'm accessing right now. Same you.
Sir, if I'm not taking lab, then any fees reduction or anything?
No, fees is same for everybody, either with or without. Without training, you will not get the lab access. Apart from that, with training, you will get lab access.
Sir,
Okay. This will be, sir, full access, like admin access and like
Admin
which is
completely.
required in
Completely, you will
our
not get admin access, but here you will get full admin access. That's why a certain
Sir,
problem is
from the
created, right?
backend also.
That's the reason certain problem has been created, right? I have given access to admin access, but sometimes even I told people not to make any changes. Somebody have made the changes. Hence, this problem happened while I was showing to you. I could not show you. The problem happened.
Sulabh,
One minute, to give you full hands-on experience, we give the full access.
Sir, so
Sulabh,
if everyone is having access of same machine, then like if someone is making changes, then it will impact.
It's impacting sometimes, so we are here to troubleshoot that issue. We monitor closely.
Okay.
In case any issues, we fix it.
Will you
Happened today, right?
Same for,
Today problem.
and same for sir EDR also you were mentioning, I guess CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike, right.
For CrowdStrike also full access will be there.
Two things only like user creation, few administrative tasks which will impact heavily will not give. Otherwise, it will also almost will have full access. Only
Okay,
couple of
okay.
access you will not give, which will impact heavily to the whole people, right? To make the changes.
Okay.
Only few access, otherwise full access you will get.
sir, what,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
what is the
Sulabh,
duration of this course?
Sulabh, I have a question because people who have more than 15 years of experience. So if they go through with your 3 months course duration, including the lab, so how will they be able to compete with the people who have less experience in terms of the salary package? So any thought on that? And secondly, will you also be supporting us to prepare for any of the certifications as well, along with this training? We'll be able to do.
See, certifications, we have already certification-based training as well. Along with that, if you want to write certification on the Splunk, you can write certification, right? Otherwise, certification trainings are different. Like CES, we have separate certification trainings for that. If you want to go higher level certification like CSP, CISA, CSM, those training certification also we do have. So people, especially 15 years experience. So are you working on IT?
I'm from telecom background.
Do you have any team management experience?
Yeah, currently I'm working as a manager, and I have currently I'm working as a manager in one of the MNCs, and almost 17 years of experience I have. Since the telecom market is freezing in terms of the job
I have a
opportunity.
lot of people. I can give you a lot of references.
Yeah, I know you have all transitioned most of the telecom employees. I know that,
Correct.
and some of them have referred to come to your training as well. So that's why I try to enroll this. That's why I was trying to understand for those people how we'll be able to transition in terms of the salary packages this time.
Correct. See what happens is let me turn off my video. So what happens is you have 15 years experience, you are managing tasks, you do know how to manage people. SOC manage, so go for SOC manager, SOC lead or SOC manager role. SOC managers are not people manager only, they are technical manager. It's very important to have the technical hands-on experience. This training will give the hands-on experience of SOC tools and technology, how SOC analyst actually works. So you'll be able to manage SOC analyst because SOC analyst will be doing this job, right? And you'll be able to manage them because you know how to work. Second thing, I took a separate session. You'll get one session on which I'm going to explain you what is the roles and responsibilities of SOC manager, right? SOC manager resume building also one session that I have, and resume format also. Because what SOC manager does? SOC manager manages SOC analyst, right? Means SOC manager should know how to
work on the tools, what is the process that you are going to learn. Manager also does the people management that you already knows. You already know people
Got
management.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
You already
Thanks.
know how to speak to the client, how to work on the project. You also know already. I did not to explain the process, which will
Yeah.
be for all the clients, all the project. Only you need to learn technical. Technical you learn here, you'll become like
Great.
manager.
Got it, Shalabh. Yeah.
Yeah, a
It
lot of
is-
people. Even my manager was transformed.
Okay.
My company, I worked on Ericsson.
Okay.
My manager
Understood.
was telecom manager.
Okay. Got it.
He did not join any such training. I trained him personally.
Okay.
Trained
Got it.
him. He was transformed. He came from telecom project.
Even I come through some of the referrals that you have already trained in the past as well. So that's how I come to for this training.
Right. I have a lot of people. I had especially telecom you're referring. I mean telecom also had a lot of people who have been transformed, who means we have switched from other provider to telecom to cybersecurity. A lot of people who are
Can you provide placement opportunities?
I just explained about placement policy, right? Somebody asked and I explained. Okay, anybody else? Any question?
Yeah. I have total 10 years experience as a network engineer, like switching, routing, and the wireless. So is this courses enough for like 10 years
Switching
experience?
routing you have, right? Switching routing. You already have network knowledge, right?
Yes.
Network and security are not different. Even people who have network knowledge, it's good to in cyber security. Network is very good because you should know network, then only you can plan to secure it.
Yeah. So is this SOC trainings is enough, or like do I need to do any 2 more trainings?
This SOC training you can do along with if you want to increase value, you can go for certain certifications. Certification. You have 10 years experience, right?
Yes.
You do some certification to add value in the resume. If it's okay, you are not even only working in cyber security, but you have evidence also.
Okay.
But in MSc, you know the value of certification.
Yeah. And one more thing, I saw in Azure, like some Azure also like cybersecurity is there. So that's
Tomorrow only we are starting Azure Sentinel. But that is in second position. In SOC course, you will get everything in one course only. Because that is job oriented. That is job oriented. So you'll get SIEM also, EDR also, and so also in the training, and all job oriented means a lot of things we discuss based on job. Azure we cover Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel SIEM tool. That is core SIEM training only, core Sentinel training. We do not talk about different things, right? So if you want to switch transition, this training is the best. Because this training has been designed for the people like you who want to transition in their career. Rest training is focused on the technology and tool only. Who want to upgrade their skills. You're working on Splunk, you want to learn Sentinel also, you learn. You are working on QRadar, you want to learn Sentinel, you want to learn QRadar. So those are technology or tool focused training. Understand? Or certification focused training.
okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. A quick one. I just want to confirm that what impact will it have for someone who has an MSc in cybersecurity? What importance will that one assist that person in having to have an entrance into the industry?
Can you be a little loud, please? Little loud.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. I'm asking that what positive impact will it be on someone who has MSc in cybersecurity in getting the job?
Someone means you are in cybersecurity, MSc done, then MSc
Yes,
cybersecurity.
please. Yeah.
So after that, so you have already done it or you are planning to do it?
Yeah, I'm seeking to enter into the industry. I'm still looking for the job. That's what I'm trying to say.
MSc in cybersecurity, you did it or you are thinking to do it?
No, I've done it already.
You've done it already. So no problem. You are already in cybersecurity. You are already graduation also, SC also you have done in cybersecurity. So what the issue then? It's good. But just academic knowledge is not going to get into cybersecurity. You cannot get. Difficult nowadays because companies are now looking for the people who are ready to deploy, who can start their work from day one. Just having academic certificates, academic degrees you do not become ready to deploy. That's again freshers, completely freshers face a lot of challenges if they have not been placed in campus from the college. Because companies are looking for ready to deploy people who can start from day one. So this training will train you so that you can start from day one, right? You can get the job fast. Just for degree and diploma, it is being difficult nowadays because competition is huge and companies do not have that time to hold and give you training. Got it?
Yeah. Thank you so
Sulabh,
much.
what time will be the training be? Like how many hours on the weekends?
Morning will be 8:30 to 12:30, on which will be 20 minutes of break. 20 minutes of break in between.
On Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, yeah, weekend. Weekdays batch also we do have, but it is already started. 1 month is already gone. So now we have only weekend batch. Done. So I will share one form. If anybody would like to join, I will share my form. So if you fill the form, if you are interested to join from this week or next week, right? So tomorrow is a session that we'll start with next week. Tomorrow is a kind of introduction session that we are going to have.
Payment is one time or we can do in installments or Sulabh?
It is actually one time, but in case you have certain issues, we understand, then you can divide.
Great. Thanks, Sulabh. Yeah.
So I will share the form in case anybody is interested and going to join from tomorrow, which is the first day of introduction session, or from coming Saturday. You can fill that Google form. My team will contact you. Okay, guys. So at the end of the day, thank you. If anybody would like to go ahead, right, and fill the form, my team will contact you. And I will say you if anybody would like to understand and learn for free, you can review our YouTube channel, SIEM Expert. A lot of videos are there, a lot of free stuff are there. And at least you cover 9 days of fundamental session as of now. So your strong fundamental will be developed. Okay, that I'll be sharing the link on the group so that you can go through. Okay, thank you. It was nice session with you. I hope you found the session helpful